15 News, the early edition. News from the Grand Strand to the Sandhills.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Randall King. Al Klensch is still feeling a little bit under the weather.
I'm Jan Pate. Property taxes for residents of Marion County will soon be going up.
Final approval of a millage increase came this morning from the Marion County Council after weeks of laboring over ways to balance the county's new budget. In the end, the members made what they feel was the best decision.
Council members face the same choices that have confronted other counties, raising taxes or cutting services. The initial budget submitted by County Administrator Galt Beeson showed where those cuts could be made if taxes stayed the same. The most drastic measure in that proposal was the closing of the county prison camp. After a 2-hour session behind closed doors, the members opted to raise taxes.
Tickets are moving the seat, signify by saying aye. Opposed by the same sign, the ayes have it, motion carries.
The council decided on a 7 mil increase. 5 of those mills, or about $155,000, will be used to keep county services at their present level. There will be no significant reductions in services, and county employees will receive small pay raises. The other 2 mills, or about $62,000, will be used to fund indigent care, a service all counties will have to pay when the bill clears the General Assembly. The tax increase will bring a total of about $217,000 in revenue to the county. Another $100,000 needed to balance the budget will come from county reserve funds. Council Chairman Marvin Stevenson says the increase won't have a major impact on the average taxpayer.
We're talking about roughly $4 or $5, I would think, on a 20, about $35,000 house.
Today's vote comes after about 2 months of work on the budget by council members. Meanwhile, in Darlington County, council members are still working on their new budget, and the story is much the same. Council Chairman Bobby Kilgo told 15 News today that taxes for Darlington County residents will likely be raised between 5 and 10 mills under the new budget. Kilgo says council members don't want to cut any services for the county, so a tax increase is the only alternative.
Our budget, you know, if we get, just like in other counties, we're faced with the fact that revenue sharing is disappearing. In Darlington County, that amounts to approximately 10 mills, and that's why the figure we're discussing now. If revenue sharing disappears in the 86-87 budget as now proposed by Mr. Reagan, then we need to be prepared for that when it comes.
The budget for Darlington County goes up for third and final reading next Monday. Kilgo says the average taxpayer will see about a $6 to $10 increase over last year. All right, thank you very much, Yuzi. Florence area employers are expecting moderate increases in staff this summer. That's the word from the Florence Manpower Office. Hirings will probably be offset by minor staff reductions, while most employers plan to keep their staffs at present levels. Employers predict job opportunities in the areas of manufacturing, services, public administration, and construction. Reductions are predicted for employees in transportation and public utilities. Manpower officials say the employment outlook was greater at this time last year. And South Carolina's coastal resorts are expecting another year of record trade and profits this tourist season. John Peacock of the Myrtle Beach Chamber says the Grand Strand sets new records every year, and business has been skyrocketing. Last year, nearly 12 million tourists spent $1.2 billion on the Grand Strand, which accounts for more than 1/3 of South Carolina's tourism industry. The State Department of Parks, Recreation, and Tourism wants to lure more foreign visitors, as well as visitors from states as far away as Michigan and California. Thank you, Yuzi. Now to Steve Katz with the weather. More hot. Short and simple, right?
Oh, well, a little bit hot, but cooling down a little bit.
Sounds
right
good.
now, we got some light rain outside, and temperatures at 90 degrees. So it looks like a little bit more damp weather, but the heat is finally subsiding a little bit.
Okay, thunderstorms, but nothing severe like last week.
No, not.
That's good news.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Steve.
Okay.
And we'll be right back.
As we told you yesterday, South Carolina has been cited by the Sierra Club as the nation's most frequent violator of billboard regulations, as spelled out in the 1965 Beautification Act.
The Grand Strand certainly has its share of outdoor advertising, and Al Irvin is standing by in our Myrtle Beach Bureau to see if there are violations along the beaches. Al?
Well, Randy, the 19th in Myrtle Beach, Al Irvin, 15 News.
All right, thanks a lot, Al. Now we go to Rick Henry for a look at sports.
And you say it's a big joke tonight, huh?
Hey, that's a good line.
I know.
A tour of General Electric today topped off the year for members of Leadership Florence. The group learned about a magnet that's used as a major component for magnetic resonance imaging. According to a spokesman for GE's Medical Systems Division, there is a nationwide demand for this medical device.
Many hospitals across the country are interested in magnetic resonance, but some are being a little more cautious in purchasing at this point to see how the technology evolves. But it is touted as the latest technology in magnetic resonance or in diagnostic imaging.
32 people participated in the leadership program, which lasted 8 months this year. It's designed to give the participants a better educational background to become stronger leaders in the community.
And that's going to do it for this edition of 15 News. We thank you for joining us.
Have a good evening. World News Tonight is next.